Hi friends! Bea and I are outside. Today is the first day of spring and it is a chilly one. It was in the 20s with the wind chill this morning, Fahrenheit. And so I moved, so it's March 20th, first day of spring. I moved out the onions to do some winter sowing. I'm not sure how they fared last night. They look okay. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. So, they don't look like they died. I mean, they can handle cold weather. Let's see. These are the leeks. Just want to make sure they don't get soaked in here. So, it seems, these little salad containers kept it warm. Our winter sowing is going We have some germination. It's really hard to tell, so I'm not going to put the camera down there. Oh, this one's good. It's the chamomile one. I don't know if you can see down there. It's hard to tell. But there is germination in there. This one was doing great, the Roman German chamomile. I forgot to poke holes in the bottom, so it filled up with water. So I moved some of it to the green stalk. We'll see what happens. I did pull everything out of the green stalk. Some of the chamomile in here is sprouting too. We've got I sowed a bunch of snap peas and regular straight peas, but nothing is germinating. This is where I moved the chamomile to. Hopefully I can salvage some of it. Some of them look to be okay, but most of them probably not so much. Kohlrabi was not a success. Even this one has gotten soft, so I'll pull that. I've got to fill a bit more soil in some of these. But I did sow peas basically like in all the top tiers because that's where it gets the most sun. Unfortunately, I did put a parsley out here because it wasn't doing good in the house. I'm not sure if it's going to make it. The rosemary's okay. And it wasn't even covered. But the parsley, not so much. So it was dying in the house. So I figured I'll put it outside. See how it goes. Exciting news! Saturday was mild. It was 50. So my husband started dismantling the garden bed. Yes. Which means, folks, we are closer to a new raised metal garden bed. That I like a lot better because the groundhog can't climb the metal. It's because it's slippery. And it will all match. And then I will have better growing space. I'll have more in-ground growing space where you see the arch trellis. But, the hard part is to get all the soil out. And then we had some horseradish in here that are still growing in here that I'm going to take up for a friend of mine. You can see. So horseradish, once you plant it, it's really hard to get rid of it. Same thing with fennel. So these horseradishes, are probably 10 years old, as old as this garden bed. Because once you put it in here, like wherever you put it, you're going to always have it there. So you can never really get all of it up. So we're trying to get as much up as we can. You can still see that my piles are here that I cleaned. I think it was February. It was more mild in February than it has been in March. March has been really chilly. We've had snow, ice, sleet, hail, all the winter stuff, all in 1 month. So rather than spread throughout the winter, I did put my onion sets in here. You can see that's horseradish back there and a fennel back there, but the garlic is coming up. The squirrels did dig in here a bit again. The other thing that was disappointing was I planted cover crop throughout both of these beds and hardly any of it germinated. I'm not sure why. It was hairy vetch that I had saved seeds from what I had found here. So it wasn't a lot of seeds, but it was like a good amount. So you can see the purple dead nettle is coming up along with the garlic. And we've got a lone baby Brussels sprout that survived. I'm going to have to cut this video short because something is going on in the front yard and Bea is not happy. But you could see that signs of spring, right? The medicinal bed's coming back to life. We have a new garden bed being built. We've got some strawberries coming back to life. Oh, we've got some daffodils over there. Some tete-a-tetes in the front. Elderberries are leafing out quite nicely. Hopefully I'll be able to reach all of the berries this year because it's not as high as it was. And that's that. Let me know where you are doing in your garden on the first day of spring. Talk to you soon.